You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast, where, this be the part, well, I'm your bear host, Tyler. This is the part where we talk about intros and everything like that, but, Dave, it's hard for me to keep a cap on how much I fucking hated the game that we're talking about this week. Out of the gate.
Yeah.
Wowza, I fucking hated this game so much.
It's bad. Hi, I'm Dave, your bespectacled host.
Surprisingly bad.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be pretty okay because Daffy Duck Marvin missions was pretty okay. I thought. I mean,
yeah.
I played that game damn near to the end.
The Looney Tunes games in general, they've all been okay.
It wasn't good enough for me to remember the fact that I did beat it, but Roadrunner's way worse.
But like Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday,
also a bad game.
Also a bad game. Not as bad as this game. They've all been like
it's okay. So here's the deal: Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday for the Super Nintendo kind of looks bad. It doesn't look good. Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally does look good. Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Looks like the cartoon.
Really good. But it's just
the pros end there.
It's just really super unfun to play.
Oh my god.
It's super unfun to play.
And like I don't know, I've thrown off the whole formula, but I just want to bitch about it.
Go forth.
So the randomizer gave us Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally.
Yeah.
So you streamed it on Sunday.
Kinda. Yeah.
As much as you could.
Well, I kind of do this thing now where I just chat for an hour because that is the most fun.
Absolutely.
And then I play the game for as long as I can stand it. And with Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally, that wasn't very long.
Oh, my God.
And then I switched to, when I decide that I'm done, I just switched to a game that I do want to play, which has been Gargoyle's Quest for the Game Boy recently, which is pretty good, but I'm at a point now where it's like, I don't know where to go because this is a Game Boy game, and it's like Demon's Crest. You're playing as like Firebrand, know, and it's like RPG elements. So like there's an overworld, and it's like I just collected the gremlin rod, and I have this town, like this big Satan dude was like, go get the gremlin rod. And it's like, okay, and I go and I get it, and then I bring it back, and he's like, you got it. And I'm like, you need to tell me where the fuck to go next, because I have no idea. And then there's this one NPC who was blocking my path, and he was like, can't let you through here. You need the gremlin rod. So I was like, I know, I'll go and talk to that guy. And he's just like, now he just says something completely different and like doesn't move out of the way. So,
well, to be honest, I just didn't want to move. I didn't think you'd get the ride. But
right, yeah. Well, wow, you did it. Oh, wow.
Wow, no one's ever gotten the gremlin rod before. Have you told Satan guy?
Right, yeah. What'd he say? Oh, he said good? Oh, fuck. I don't know, man.
But no, because this game, you've got a high threshold for shit. For shit games. I've seen you put, because you want to fully flesh out your experience to talk about.
Right. But
so
see,
you've got a high threshold for it.
But I'm stopping that.
Okay.
Because that's what the last two things have been. Because like this one, I was like, the new policy is, if it's bad, I'm done.
Yeah, sounds good.
Like, as long as I can get enough. Because
SNES Drunk does 5 minutes on it.
Right.
That's good.
Right. And that's like the new philosophy, I feel like. If we get 5 minutes of game content, then we're just as good as SNES Drunk,
for a
right?
shitty game. Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works, right?
Because
we're not. That's a joke.
I'd love to reach out to him, have him on sometime. But no, I love SNES Drunk's 5 to 10 minute content.
No, that's great. But I mean, how long does it need to be? You know what I mean? Like, that's perfect. Like, I mean, seriously.
For a really good game that people love, to dig in.
Sure, let's go long. But like for Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally, you don't really need that much time. It's
Space
bad.
Football
Avoid
3D,
it.
one-on-one, same thing.
Space Football,
one-on-one.
worse.
Worse. Yes, worse. Yes, I agree.
But I do feel like,
This is a bottom 10 game for me.
holy God.
I fucking loathe everything about this game. I think it is complete and utter nonsensical, poorly done bullshit.
Okay, so I am not in the bottom 10 camp, but I am interested to hear why it has earned such disdain from you.
All right, so you me to read from some.
We're kind of doing things all wacky bonkers, so you just do what you want to do.
I'm all about some wacky bonkers.
Wacky bonkers. That's the sequel to Bonkers. Totally nuts. Wacky bonkers.
Wikipedia Road Runner.
Road to Redemption.
That did pop up when I put that. Roadrunner Death Valley Rally. There we go. Yeah, it's got that. That got that Wikipedia entry. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally, known in Japan as Looney Tunes Roadrunner versus Wile E. Coyote, and in Europe as Looney Tunes Roadrunner.
Huh.
Straight right to the point.
All right.
It's a 1992.
Is it because,
okay? So early on.
Is it because they don't know what Death Valley is there?
It's got to be.
Presumably, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, how famous is Death Valley?
Or they probably see, Death Valley. Are they going to kill one of them in this game? Like,
they know what a rally is.
Yeah.
They probably know more what a rally is than we do, honestly.
Or Valley Rally. That'd be
Valley
fun.
Rally,
But
yeah.
Death Valley Rally does sound like for Nintendo of America to be okay with Death Valley Rally. Also makes me okay. Well,
I mean,
they
it's a
probably
place.
didn't because they wouldn't know it's a place.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if all the kids know what the place is.
Oh, I mean, you knew, right? What Death Valley
I don't
was when you
know.
were a kid.
I don't know. I don't know when I discovered Death Valley.
I feel like we just, as Americans, felt it in our bones when we were born.
A 1992 video game developed by ICOM Simulations and published by Sunsoft for the Super Nintendo
Right.
Entertainment
The
System.
same two culprits that gave us Daffy Duck, the Marvin missions. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Which, I mean, it looks good. And Daffy Duck Marvin missions also looked good.
So Death Valley features a side-scrolling platform gameplay. The player controls Roadrunner, who must avoid being eaten by Wile E. Coyote. The game consists of 5 different environments, with one of each containing 3 levels and a boss battle.
Yeah.
Then it just goes on and on and on.
And the boss battles, I mean, Wile E. Coyote, he like looks at a blueprint, a little diagram of like what the death contraption that he's going to use to try to kill the Roadrunner.
Mm-hmm.
He plays Roadrunner, and then you fight it.
Yeah, you do. So one, I loved Roadrunner and Coyote cartoons growing up.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking love the shit out of them.
Do you like them still?
I haven't checked them out in a very long time, but I probably not so much.
I think a lot of those are really hard to go back to
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I almost watched some with Henry, but I was like, I don't know, man. I mean, like he's got YouTube, and that's like, in all honesty,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not as artistic, but like much more relatable, than a cartoon that was done in the 40s and has been done over and over since then by less good creators, I feel like.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Dad, what is
Beetle Bailey.
Beetle
I
Bailey?
don't know, kid.
What's that nitro? Well, what's nitroglycerin? Why does he have all that putting in and it explodes? So yeah, came out in 40. What it was, because you shared with me a very, very good breakdown of the cartoon.
Yeah, there's a really good video on YouTube. A guy named, and we've watched his videos before, but Dave Lee Down Under. He's got like a long video,
it's
like
really
a
good.
30-minute long video on like the history essentially of Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
Even for the history of the whole cartoon, all you need is 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for real. I mean, and honestly, like all of that was way more interesting to me than the game was because the game is essentially, I mean, it's a poor Sonic the Hedgehog clone is kind of what it felt like to me.
like the attempt, like maybe somebody started out that way, then somebody else got in the way of that.
The big problem with the game is that the level design is absolutely horrible.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
And so like Sonic, I know that we kind of disagree on Sonic the Hedgehog, and that's cool. I know like, a lot of people don't like Sonic the Hedgehog, but
I like Sonic. I just I don't like the don't go fast parts.
Yeah, sure. No, I understand that. That is frustrating in a game that's like pitched to you as you go fast in this game. But like what I do really like about Sonic is I honestly do think that the level design in Sonic is very good because you have alternate paths. So the way it works in Sonic is if you fuck up a jump, they don't put you in situations where it's like, oh, you got to go all the way back to, you got to like climb up 5 platforms and 4 screens over to try to do this jump again. And if you mess it up again, then you got to do that again. You just keep doing it. The way Sonic the Hedgehog works is you miss that jump. All right, well then there's this alternate path that you can go back typically and try to do that jump again, or you can just take this alternate path that's now open to you.
Yep.
Roadrunner does not do that.
No. There are so many different ways. There's one right way, a ton of other ways, and you're gonna have to go to the end of the level, then figure that out, then go all the way back to the starting.
Right, and it's easy to mess up because
oh my god, it's
the
so easy to mess
platforming,
up.
the mechanics itself are really bad because not only like okay, so the Roadrunner jumps really high, is floaty.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
And the sprite, the character is so wide that it is impossible.
Hold on, Dave.
Not large.
Hold on. Let me.
Not large.
Let me go out
Wide.
here. I'm gonna open up
Yeah.
this store. Hold on.
Yeah, please. Got it?
Okay.
You got it.
All right. This is Eustace, my dead horse.
Yeah,
All
right, yeah.
So I'm gonna go grab that batter up peripheral. Okay. All right. Beat my dead horse. All right.
All right,
Good.
okay.
Good.
All right.
The sprites are so big.
Okay, wait. They're not. It's not that they're big. It's that the Roadrunner is so wide.
So wide.
And the platforms are so small, that it is like, it's so difficult.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's like, I got to land on this tiny platform. It's the second level, dog. It's like, what the fuck, man? I got to do like 5 of these in a row.
And you just barely press jump. Oh, yeah.
If I fail, it's like, well, I got to go 4 screens back over and then climb back up and try it again.
Or you fall down and die. That's also a thing.
Right, sure.
Oh, it's so bad.
So you can go fast. Roadrunner, that's kind of
go fast. You can go so slow.
Well, I think the Roadrunner is like.
Because you remember all the times when you're watching the cartoon and the Roadrunner moves really slow, like through molasses to gain speed and get away. Because that's how he runs.
Did you feel like that? I felt like the Roadrunner was too quick all the time.
I felt like his jumping was super high and super far, and you had to do
fast, man.
Precise fucking platforming.
Oh yeah.
But like just trying to run and get speed when you can, it's just.
Yeah. You would think this is a game that I would like because it is pretty. This is a challenging ass game. Like I mean, if you're looking for like a miserable, challenging experience, then this is it. And miserable not in like a Ghosts and Goblins kind of way. Miserable in like a. Well, some people who didn't know what they were doing put this game together kind of way.
There's a reason Sunsoft went bankrupt pretty soon after this.
Yeah.
Because holy fuck. Okay, starting off, premise overall. Roadrunner versus Wile E. Coyote cartoons.
Yeah. You're right. Okay.
The premise of the cartoon.
Yeah.
I do not see how, outside of maybe a racing game, how this translates.
Man, with 2 characters, that'd be rough.
I mean, you could bring in the other Looney Tunes and have like Roadrunner just runs while he's on a rocket, Bugs is on whatever the fuck he wants to be on. I feel like that's the only way you bring
the giant carrot Fraggle car from McDonald's.
Elmer Fudd is on a gun. He just keeps firing.
Shoots back. Yosemite Sam. That's he uses his pistols like a jetpack.
See that's something I could get behind.
No, I mean,
like
for $10, sure. Like if we're like the Garfield price range. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned we played that for Game Buds a few weeks back. Surprisingly good.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, for what it is, like going in with low expectations, it's like
for a 97-cent game. It's not too bad.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, look, the netcode worked a whole lot better than almost anything I've ever played on the Nintendo Switch.
That's sad, man. Fuck.
But the art assets is really funny because it's like very bare bones and like clearly like, well, we got the rights to these Garfield characters and like didn't really know where to put them. So we grabbed these like, I don't know, buildings from like fucking Gary's Mod and shit. Like, I mean, it's pretty
Perfect.
pretty funny.
I mean, this is all, everyone's playing this ironically anyway, so it's fine.
Well, yeah, it's wild, right? Because it's such a interesting market, because it's like, I do feel like you're right. A lot of people are playing it ironically, and they're like, oh, this is actually not so bad.
All right.
And then there's like the other market.
Under promise, over deliver.
Right.
Thy name is Garfield Cart.
But see, also like they really need to open it up to U.S. Acres as well. Like I want Wade the Duck in there, Roy, I want him in there,
Fuck yes.
all that. But like the other half of that market is, so yeah, we got the people like our age and a little bit younger playing it ironically, and then there's got to be kids legitimately playing it and loving it.
Yeah. I mean, just because they watched like the Bill Murray Garfield movies or some shit.
Or the new CG Garfield stuff that's on, I guess, Netflix or something
Probably.
that Henry was watching, and I was like, what is this?
You turn this off. He goes to Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's it. Here you go.
Yeah,
Let me get this VHS tape. So, but I don't see how you can truly transfer the cartoon to a game, because like the fun, everything that is fun about the cartoon does not work as a game.
How about an endless runner? How about like, you know, like Bit Trip Runner, or what's the one where you're the Indiana Jones and the fucking like.
So you're a roadrunner on an endless runner, and Coyote's just throwing shit in your path. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Endless runner. Perfect.
There.
Perfect. Okay, I'm down for that. But like a platform or anything like that doesn't work, because you can't be Coyote because you're never gonna catch the Roadrunner.
There was a sequel that was intended where you play as Wile E. Coyote, but
every time you get close to him, he gets away.
But Sunsoft was bankrupt,
Yep.
so they did not do that. How about this? How about
And the art design for that sequel looked okay. I thought it was
I
interesting.
didn't even see. Were there screenshots and stuff? What is it like? How did it differ then?
Oh, it looked very, very different.
Really?
It was very zoomed out.
Small sprites.
Small sprites. Which
It was
I
like Lemmings. How about that?
Oh.
How about it's like Lemmings, but like all the little you got like all the little Acme devices that you can order.
Oh, okay. See, if it was like Sim City where you're just like, ordering
A dating sim. Hear me out. A Wile E. Coyote dating sim.
different Acme products.
You're trying to hook up.
Dynamite Chan, come on.
There is an episode of Roadrunner where like he does order the lady Roadrunner costume.
Oh.
So there is that. Man, what if that had turned like? There's so many opportunities for that to turn completely dark, because it's like those like they're very violent, you know, like cartoonishly violent. But like that one could have ended where essentially the Roadrunner fucked Wile E. Coyote to death.
Yeah, so much stamina and speed. Just wears out that coyote hole.
Yeah, I mean you gotta be careful. Where do you think tumbleweeds come from? Those are the carcasses of coyotes that have been fucked to death by roadrunners.
And then like as Roadrunner, the fun thing that seeing Roadrunner do is all the fantastical shit, like running through the tunnels and ignoring physics and gravity and all that kind of shit that you can't do here in this game.
Okay, so hear me out.
Roadrunner is grounded in reality.
In the Endless Runner, how about you earn fantasy points?
Oh, okay.
And it's like as you go a certain distance, you start earning these fantasy points, these bend reality, alter reality points. So it's like, yeah, you can use those if you like find yourself in a jam and you don't want to die. You're like, I'll press the B Wolverine button and spend my points to go through this tunnel that he's painted.
Perfect. See, I love that. When you said fantasy points, my mind went right to
Final Fantasy Football.
Well, the mask. So how about a game where the Roadrunner gets the mask from the mask?
Or the son of the mask.
And it's just even better.
Do you remember when the dog put the mask on?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Let's do a whole sequel where that's a big thing.
You remember when the
And
dog...
J.B. Kennedy's in it. It's in Jim Carrey.
You remember when the dog put the mask on and then fucked a coyote to death? Through his exuberant mask
and
energy.
then laughs like I just did.
Like, what's his name? Muttley.
Yeah, there you
from
go.
Wacky Races. There was a Wacky Races video game, right?
For NES, I think.
For NES, it was that old. I don't know why I was thinking it was like an early 3D
I
polygonal
could be.
thing.
I mean, there might be another one.
I'd be
I could
down
be
for
wrong.
that.
But just
What a weird decision that would have been.
let's do a Wacky Racers now for PS5.
Oh, dude, if only.
Oculus Rift, come on.
That's killer app for PS5. Wacky Races.
But so I just don't see how you translate the heart and soul other than Endless Runner. That is a fantastic idea. Really, that's the only way
Thank you.
I see that done.
Thank
you. I didn't think of that, and you're right. I think that's the only way to keep the spirit and the fun of the game.
It's because I'm brilliant. I appreciate it.
No,
yeah. I'm a podcasting savant.
But the way they did it, this does not work.
Wacky Races.
Does not work. Yeah.
Okay, so Wacky Races, we got to do this.
Okay.
It looks like Diddy Kong Racing, essentially, which, hey, that was a good game. I like that. Wacky Races is a racing video game developed by Appaloosa Interactive. That's a horse, right? That's a kind of a horse. So it makes sense. They know racing.
Horsaloosa.
Yeah.
So you remember, I got to jump in and tell you this. Remember hearing about that guy who got fucked to death by that horse?
Mr. Hands, right?
Was that the guy's name? I just remember, like, you always heard
was
about
that the horse's name?
No, what the horse's nickname, literally what the horse's nickname was.
Man killer?
Fuck this guy to death. Big Dick.
Big Dick.
Yeah, Big Dick.
Well, now you know why he sought him out.
I'm gonna fuck that. Even for a horse, he's got a big dick. I'm gonna fuck him with my human hole. Oh, what? I'm dead now.
I don't think,
okay.
I don't think you're fucking him with your human hole. I think that's a common misconception in the horse fucking community. That horse is fucking you. Let there be no doubt.
Last podcast had a whole thing about it.
How do you coax the horse into doing that?
Hmm.
Because it's not in a horse nature to fuck people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because if it is, that's terrifying, and we need to eradicate horses. Like, what do you do?
I've always said they're kind of sketchy. They just conveniently happen to have these long backs that are perfect to be ridden.
I don't like them, personally. I don't like them. They're obsolete at this point. They're really just here.
But you saw what happened when Rick got on one in The Walking Dead. It was cool for like a mile, and then
right.
that didn't work.
Yeah. Look, a zombie can't eat a car. Maybe it can, but it's going to take a hell of a lot longer than eat a horse. I don't like them. So yeah, how do you convince a horse to fuck you?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Hey Siri.
I guess I don't know if they rile up the horse real good first.
Get it mad?
Or like just get in there, just give it a hand job when it's not looking, get it riled up, and then put like horse pheromones on around your.
God, this is gross.
Hole.
Do you do the old
strap up, look dressed like a girl horse? Come on, Big Dick.
Do you do the old switcheroo?
Why don't you show me how you got that now? Oh my God,
I'm dead. Do you do do you have a horse fluffer? where it's like, okay, you're done. Yeah. You push
apparently, it was where it happened was at a place
at a horse fucking club.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I was joking.
Yes. No, that was it. Yes. And that sort of got the word out, and all the other members were really mad that the guy who died ruined their good horse fucking farm.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're really into horse fucking, that is kind of a downer.
I finally found a place.
Well, no wonder.
And some guy has to take Big Dick to the extreme.
No wonder the horse was named Big Dick. That sounds like
That's something a zoophile horse farm would, a horse club.
That's a real zoned in name for that demographic. That's a market. That's a marketing name, right?
Yeah, that's
there.
Big Dick.
Oh,
that's shallow vagina.
Oh, do they do the other way too?
I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know.
I don't like any of this. I don't know why that was. I don't know why that.
Yeah, that's the line.
That's the line. Ugh. Yeah, I don't. I mean, yeah, that's not a fan. So what made you think? Oh, the Appaloosa.
Yeah.
All right, so it's an endless runner. You're running from a horse instead of Wile E. Coyote. Did Wile E. Coyote ever ride a horse? You ever try that to catch the Roadrunner?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I ever saw that. I don't know. Because these came out as movies originally, right? They were short films shown in theaters.
They were shorts, yeah, shown I think before movies, yeah. And they were like plays on. Apparently, they were like the Wile E. Coyote, and I don't understand this. I really don't. But in that video that we mentioned earlier, they talked about like Chuck Jones created Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. And like the whole idea was because like chase movies and like chase cartoons were like really popular. And like
because I really once that was said in that video, I go back and think about it. It's like, yeah, that's all cartoons were for me growing up.
Yeah, like Tom and Jerry and like Elmer Fudd chasing Bugs Bunny and like all
Daffy
that.
Duck and then Roadrunner and Coyote. Like, it was just everyone chasing everybody.
But it was supposed to like, and this is the part that I don't understand. The Wile E. Coyote in Roadrunner was supposed to be a satire on those cartoons. I don't understand that because to my brain, it's like, well, that's the same fucking thing.
And to everyone else but Chuck Jones, it was the same thing. Because he was like, what? Really? No one gets it? Well, I'll lead into it because I like money.
I mean, I don't blame him, but like, because it's like, okay, so Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, like those cartoons really they are different. And like, because I thought this was really interesting because, you know, I'm a lawful boy and I love rules. Chuck Jones had 11 rules.
And they're wonderful. That's a great thing that he did.
Yeah, it's like here's structure for Roadrunner cartoons. Would you like to hear the rules?
Yeah.
Rule number 1. The Roadrunner cannot harm the coyote except by going beep beep. Which I for the longest time thought was meep meep.
Me too.
Why? Why did I think it was meep meep?
Because it sounds like meep meep.
It does sound like meep meep.
It's sort of echoey because the voice, the meep meep beep meep beep meep is somebody he used to work. Chuck Jones worked with
a background artist,
who would have hands full of stuff, and to get by people, he would go meep beep.
Yeah, and they
like, oh, that's it.
Just recorded that. Yeah, which also I don't know. When you do stuff like that, it's like, was this really a satire? Are you just a misunderstood genius? Which I mean, like, I gotta be honest, like Chuck Jones, like absolutely, amazing, like animator and animation director. Rule number 2: no outside force can harm the coyote. Only his own ineptitude or the failure of Acme products, and that's where also Roadrunner cartoons are different because like all of the things focus and feature these Acme contraptions that the coyote buys, like, and these show up in the game. And I do think that this is a nice, play Beloved Adam's game and say 3 positive things about this game. 1, I do really honestly think that it looks really good.
It does look very good.
The colors are great.
It's a bottom 10 game for me, but I can say, yes, it is a very good looking game.
All the characters are on model. I mean, like, it's all very, very nice. I can tell that they really cared about
good
how
references to all the episodes.
Absolutely.
Like all the real shit is in here, and it looks good.
And it does. Right. Yes. So, second positive thing, they pull a lot from the cartoons directly because it's like when you're in the platforming stage, like for example, there's one stage where Wile E. Coyote is in like a hot air balloon and he's got little remote controlled airplanes, like little toy airplanes.
Fuck that fucking level.
He's putting grenades in it. Yeah, absolutely fuck that level because it's like, hey man, we put a whole bunch of small platforms you need to jump on and we're just going to chuck tiny fucking airplanes at you. And if they hit
everywhere. Here's a cacti that can hurt you. Here's a cacti that can hurt you. Okay, that can hurt you. Foreground, background, it's all over the place.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get hit by a grenade? I guess you need to start at the beginning because you fell down.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
And they're one right after the other.
Oh, you're just going to try and run to the end because that's fun? Oh, wait, here's a track where you can run right to your death straight down into the pit.
Right. And I'm sure, don't worry, I'm sure the Roadrunner has some kind of defense, some kind of attack or something that he can use to like deflect these.
Yeah.
No, he does not.
No.
I'm sure he could jump on things to kill them. No.
He just gets hit and hurt, like the Roadrunner does.
I'm sure he could how about this? You beep at the thing. You get a little airplane coming in, beep, beep, and then it goes off course or something. How
there you go.
That?
Perfect.
There is a beep button in the game. I should have tried doing that, which I do think is actually...
There's a seed eating button.
Yeah. Well, that actually does have a purpose. Yeah. That's to replenish your energy. But as far as I can tell, so left shoulder button goes beep, beep, and right shoulder button goes the thing with his tongue. And it's like, I don't know if
That's pretty good.
I don't know if this do anything. I need like a jug to do it proper.
That's still pretty good, though.
Thank you. Practice a lot. So third positive thing I have to say about the game is that it has a beep beep button. And that's pretty rare.
Yeah, I can't think of that in any other game.
They let no button go without a use. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Rule number 3 of Chuck Jones's 11 rules. The coyote could stop at any time if he were not a fanatic.
It only makes sense that he is crazy at this point.
Right.
Like he's just obsessed with doing it. He doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to do it. But it's just right.
He's Sauron after the One Ring.
Right.
Yeah.
Rule number 4, no dialogue ever, except beep beep and yowling pain.
Or what in the comics
In the 1960s, yeah.
where the Roadrunner speaks in Shakespearean English.
Regular Mr. Thou over here.
When I saw that, it was like, ugh, of all the fucking unnecessary fucking things you could do, give him inner monologue and make it Shakespearean.
And then in the, like, I guess the cartoons in like what, the 70s or the 80s, I can't remember, Wile E. Coyote would speak in a British accent.
Yep, because they used him in where he would, because they spun him off into 2 other cartoons, one where he was after Bugs Bunny and the other where he was after a sheepdog.
Right. Sam, I think. Sam the sheepdog.
Sam the sheepdog, and he was named Ralph the Coyote in
Right.
that one. He just had a red nose instead of a black nose.
Right.
So then
I used to love those cartoons.
I like those
Oh,
too.
man, I used to love those. Because it was like, that was like one of my first experiences I can remember as a child watching something where they did fourth wall breaking. Because like the one that sticks out in my mind vividly is where it's like Sam the sheepdog and he's not Wile E. Coyote. He's what?
Ralph.
Ralph. Thank
Yeah.
you. Ralph the wolf. You said that earlier and I forgot. They like, essentially they're just coworkers.
Yeah,
And
like
it's like
when
they're-
they clock out and have coffee
right,
together.
Right. They take their lunch break and then they clock back in. And
They're
they go,
very nice to each other.
Right. And I like how like they were in the video it's talking about like the juxtaposition between like Wile E. Coyote chasing Roadrunner, who's very fast, always moving, things are very frantic. Well, when it's like Ralph the Wolf and Sam the Sheepdog, Sam is like stoic. He's a boulder, essentially. Doesn't move.
Yep.
And a lot of times like Ralph gets in trouble because essentially Sam is unmovable. He's the blob.
Yep.
Like that one where he's like trying to like got Sam's on a seesaw and Ralph is like jumps down from like a crazy height to try to launch Sam off a
Yep.
cliff and Sam doesn't move because he's the fucking blob and nothing moves the
Because
blob.
the coyote knows, okay, Sam is invincible.
Right.
He is the immovable juggernaut. He cannot be beaten. I have to get him just to distract him to stop looking at the sheep. So I think those are a perfect juxtaposition and doing it differently.
I like it. Yeah.
I like those.
That like turns everything on its head.
The Bugs Bunny one is a little strange.
Yeah, I think that
Not bad, but just strange.
it just seemed like a thing where it's like, well, what do we do?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
seems like one of those. Anytime, we've talked about this before, like,
Although with a British accent, he could be the next Doctor.
oh, wow, that would be pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be pretty good.
Well,
I
Coyote
that.
is the Doctor.
The next
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Like, this goes kind of back to, like, me not really liking mashups a whole lot. I don't like it when my Looney Tunes touch. Like, I like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner being in their own universe.
Yep.
And then like Bugs Bunny,
They're supposed to
Daffy,
be.
and like
that was the original premise, that they are set far apart and anyone else in their cartoons is an invasion.
right. And that's actually one of Chuck Jones's rules is all action must be confined to the natural environment of the two characters, the Southwest American desert.
I dig it.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's always weird. It was always weird to me as a kid when they weren't there because they do break that rule later on.
Yeah, they break all the rules. Once Chuck Jones is no longer in charge, they break all the rules, and it fucking
It
sucks.
Yeah. Also, I do think even though the coyote like talking breaks the rule. I do think that the British voice is a good call.
It suits him.
No, I think it doesn't suit him at all because he's a coyote. He's like a scraggly coyote from the Southwest. And that's all about like
He shouldn't sound like Gilbert Godfrey.
right. It's all about
that'd be fun.
It would be pretty good. He sounds like Garth Brooks, actually. It's all
Gates.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's all about subverting expectations, right? So I mean, it's like, but I do feel like if you're going to do that, he should have like one line or something where it's like the Kevin Smith thing where it's like he never speaks but like one time and then it's like that's like and I know he speaks more than once but like per movie he typically only speaks once. I think that would have been the better play where it's like Wile E. Coyote speaks once and when he does it's in a suave British accent.
Yeah, I can be behind that.
Let's see, another rule: the Roadrunner must stay on the road. For no other reason than that he's a roadrunner. That checks out.
Yeah.
The game
except for what when the coyote gets him to go off the road, like when he paints the road into a rock or he runs up to a cliff. So then the coyote then runs off and falls.
Right, but the roadrunner stays on the road.
Yeah,
and I do think that that's what is like. If you think about it, that's what makes some of those gags really interesting because it's like the coyote paints a road on the boulder and it's like the roadrunner just
stays on the road.
Yeah. The roadrunner like even like when he like is running and the road like curves around a cliff or something, like when he's running on the road, like he'll go off the cliff but take the road with him essentially. So I think that's kind of interesting.
Okay, yeah.
It's almost like the road is like his Venom symbiote suit. We are Roadrunner.
That's the thing. That's the trick to catching him. He has to get him off the road.
And it's impossible because they are one. Maybe Wile E. Coyote could trick the road into hating the Roadrunner.
Oh, like making Aquaman afraid of water.
Right, yeah. Let's see. We got another rule. All blah, blah, blah. All tools, weapons, or mechanical conveniences must be obtained from the Acme Corporation. I don't really understand why that's important, that it has to be Acme, but it seems like, are you doing world building?
If you just always expect the faulty products or something to not happen, that it's always just this one company who gives products away for free.
And again, in the game, Wile E. Coyote uses those things. Like, I mean, he uses the green bat suit, the flying suit that he does in the cartoons. Like, there's a level where he's using that.
That's the level where I quit.
It was like one level after that for me. Yeah, because like there's a level like after that I think where he is using like the motorized scooter steamroller. Which is also from the cartoons, and it's like, so I mean, kudos for that. I mean, really, truly, good job keeping it true to the source material. But I mean, it was just horrible to play. It was a frustrating, horrible experience, poorly designed experience.
Because it's just how fucking precise, like Mario precise, the single blocks.
But imagine it's Mario. Imagine it's four Marios holding hands.
Yep.
And they all have to jump at, that's the width you're dealing with here.
Yep. And the flying fish are jumping up at you.
Yeah.
And
also straight at you. And also sometimes downward at you.
And sometimes stuff, you can run into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay.
It all looks the same because you are in the American Southwest. Right. It all just kind of...
Except for the last level where you go to Mars.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, in the last level you go to Mars.
I started watching a 20-minute tool-assisted speedrun of this game, which was impressive. It made it look like, that's not so bad. No, it was bad.
Henry and I watched a playthrough of the game, and man, he was into it at first, and then about 10 minutes in, he was like, asked the question you always hate to hear, how long is this? And I was like, I get it. I do. I do get it. It is very much the same thing kind of over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
The only thing that really changes are the level designs, which are bad.
Yep.
All of them are bad.
I don't understand what they were thinking. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense.
I think they were thinking, let's make this look as good as possible, and not really. We don't know how to do level design. Like we don't know how to make
all
a good
these
game.
floating platforms everywhere where the game is more. It's almost more vertical than it is horizontal, and that's fucking stupid.
Especially for a Roadrunner game.
Yeah. No, he's just jumping up, floating fucking ledges into the sky, following road sign. Like, it's just, when what's fun is like when you get to go fast, when you can charge up or dash, whatever. Okay. All right.
Yeah, because there's an energy
like
bar.
the first level. Like, the first level is just straight ahead. You just go fast to the end.
Right.
It kind of sets a tone like, okay, this could be fun. Then it very quickly changes and never returns.
Right. Yeah, it becomes like a
that was the demo level they shared with somebody to get it greenlit, and then fucking did the opposite.
Next rule: whenever possible, make gravity the coyote's greatest enemy.
And they do that a lot, and I think that also makes sense. That's all. It's always a dependable good gag.
Mm-hmm. Next rule: the coyote is always more humiliated than harmed by his failures.
Mm-hmm. You have to. I get that you have to empathize a little bit with them, because I remember,
dude, I always did as a kid.
like the hidden camera shows and shit. Like when that first came out,
Candid camera and all that.
yeah, Candid camera. When it first came out,
People were pissed.
yeah, it was a huge bomb because you didn't show the reveal where they point to the camera and
There's
they laugh.
the camera, right?
It's just them being confused, and it would end, and people hated it.
Yeah.
So like you have to empathize or know that everything's okay, or show, if it were to just him just fucking up, and then if you were to like feel too bad for him, then it would ruin it. So you have to like he fucked that up, like, because he won't quit. Like there has to be.
Well, I
understand.
That's a relatable thing, because it's like I feel like at some point in all of our lives, maybe it's ongoing, people feel like, I personally feel like I'm doing things, like I'm just working against inevitable forces. And it's just like, I think we can all relate to that. And I think that's why Wile E. Coyote is so relatable, because it's like he is working against a force of fucking nature.
And that's how they describe the Roadrunner.
Right.
Yeah. He's the Majin Buu of
And gravity is also a force. I mean, that's like so he's like always working against these things and trying to compensate for it by buying tools to try to. Where does he get the money for that? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Does he live on a coyote farm where people pay?
He can go steal it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who fucking ships things to a coyote in the desert? I'm sure that's answered somewhere. It's probably Yosemite Sam.
There you go. All right. They cattle wrestle together.
Right. Let's see. Next rule. The audience's sympathy must remain with the coyote. Mm-hmm. So they never wanted the audience to be sympathetic of the Roadrunner.
Yep.
Which does kind of make sense, because I mean, really, you don't like the Roadrunner, so you want to see him get caught, but you also know that it's never going to happen. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like this tension that's always essentially going to be there. Did you like the Roadrunner as a kid?
I don't remember ever really liking him, or like, I don't know. It's a weird thing to watch the show, because you don't like him, but you also don't. Yeah, it is weird. It puts you in a certain space.
Yeah. There's one time that I really liked the Roadrunner, and this is a moment in Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons that is just stuck in my mind for a very long time, and that is when the Roadrunner gets much larger than Wile E. Coyote. He's gigantic and just kind of looks down at him, and like the deep resounding right. Yeah, I remember it scaring me a little bit. So when I said I remembered it, I meant that I experienced trauma as a child.
Yeah. That's the stuff that you really sticks and you remember. It has to be traumatic.
Let's see. And the last rule is the coyote is not allowed to catch or eat the Roadrunner, which makes sense, because if he caught and ate the Roadrunner, you would no longer sympathize with the coyote. And also, how could they make more cartoons?
Right. Yep.
So Wacky Races
Wacky Races,
Yeah.
yes.
So back to Wacky Races. Now that we got to the rules. Wacky Races is a racing video game developed by Appaloosa Interactive for PC and PlayStation.
Oh, damn. See, I thought there was an NES game. Shit.
And by Velez and Dubail for the Game Boy Color. And published by Infogrames in 2000. It is, yeah. I bet it's pretty good.
We'll do the Game Boy Color version.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. Roadrunner. He's got an energy bar. The Roadrunner does have an energy bar.
Like 5 hits.
That you can,
like that.
well, he has a health bar. He has got like a health pips.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're right, like 5 hits from anything, and he's dead, essentially. And then he's got an energy meter that you can use to go faster. So,
and get up huge hills that you can't otherwise get up.
right.
So once that energy is fucking gone, it's like, oh, it's fun. It's time for shitty platforming.
Or try to find some seeds or something to eat. Because eating seeds, pecking at seeds, which has its own button, that refills your energy bar a little bit.
Yep.
So, and those are the parts like those when you have to like run so fast that you start running vertically up a road. Those are the parts that remind me of Sonic the Hedgehog. But it's like in Sonic the Hedgehog, at least let's be real. The spin dash is fucking perfect because it's like you always have that boost of speed that you need.
Yep.
And not only that, but you don't have to worry about hitting something when you're spin dashing because it's like essentially as long as you're spinning,
Because you'll move through it.
you'll crash right through it. Yeah. Unless
Which
it's
we see the
spikes or
Roadrunner
something.
do. The Roadrunner runs through fucking sheets of steel at full speed, but man, you're going to fucking trip over a cactus or a scorpion or an airplane.
Yeah, it sucks. It's a bad video game, everybody. It's a bad video game. The bosses, I guess you also use the peck.
You're right,
Just
because
you
like
do,
the
like-
catapult, you have to pick at the catapult till it loosens or whatever,
Right.
and then, yeah.
It's a lot of work to get to a gag that you've already seen in a cartoon. You know what I mean? Because
the gag comes at the end. Once you finish the level, then the steamroller falls on him,
Right.
or the balloon pops.
Right. And there's actually, I mean, honestly, it is really frustrating because like I can really tell that the art direction on this, like they really, really, really cared about it. Because it's like there are even parts where it's like they use mode 7 to show like a bird's eye view looking down the canyon like it does in the cartoon many times. And then you see the coyote mode 7 fall down
Yep.
and then like poof, hit the ground in like a puff of dust.
Yep. The fat lady comes out and starts to sing, and he's like, "Not yet."
No, he puts a sign up. Yeah, not yet. So I mean, it always sucks to see like someone like a developer really care enough to like go through painstaking.
Yep. Somebody on some part of it cared, but more people didn't.
Or they were just bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, did the people who did the art also do the level design? Because that would make sense to me. Because
Yeah.
it's like you're really good at one thing, but like really, really, really not good at another thing.
Yeah. Fuck. So, and then of course, for the extra points and the checkpoints, flags, just flags.
Yeah, and it's like and each level has like I don't know, like a dozen flags.
Yep.
And what you're supposed to do is to earn continues, find more flags. So like the more flags you find, the more continues you'll earn.
But it's not fun.
It's not fun,
to find
and
them.
you will need the continues because you can only get hit 5 times, and it's very, very
Some
difficult.
of them are hidden. I found a green one time that
Yeah.
was like, you'll die
Because
after
it's
you
at the
get it.
very bottom of a cliff.
Yep.
Yeah, I found
Yep.
that one
That
too.
I had to fall
On
off.
accident.
Yeah, I was falling off a missed platform. Found this green flag. It's like,
Yeah.
well, where the fuck do I go? A platform out of my reach to fucking jump.
Yeah.
Unless I had dash, then
Right.
maybe I could make it. I don't have any dash.
But there's no birdseed down there for you to eat, so maybe you use dash.
Yep.
So I guess you just die then.
You just die. You just die.
Or you wait for the time to run out because, there's a timer in this game as well.
The start at the second level.
Uh-huh.
So right behind you is a pit. So I dash up the hill, run into something, which throws me back. So I jump, and when I jump, I go back to the beginning and fall down that hole. Died within 3 seconds of starting the second level the first time. That's when I knew then. I was like, oh, this is going to be, this is bad times. This is bad times ahead.
I don't recommend this game.
No.
It's not a bottom.
No.
It's not a bottom 10 for me. I do think that if it looked worse, like if this game played the way that it plays and also looked like Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, then this would probably be a bottom 10 for me. And like, look, Haunted Holiday is not a good game by any stretch.
No.
But it is better than Roadrunner. I think.
It is.
And I think Marvin Missions is way better.
Way better. That wasn't my cup of tea, but I could see what it was doing, and I didn't. So, but it is leagues ahead of this game
because the level design in the Marvin Missions, the Daffy Duck game, they're labyrinthine, but like you can shoot things and you have different kinds of guns, so you feel like you can always kind of defend yourself. I never felt like I could defend myself in Roadrunner.
It's almost survival horror.
It is. It needs to be there need to be quick time events where it's like, oh, a scorpion approaches, press X.
Yep.
Or like a Heavy Rain style. Like I'd love to see a Death Valley Rally Heavy Rain style. you gotta do like
Cody's like snapping at your face, and you're like, you have to meep at the right time to like throw his head back.
I can picture the screen where it's like X meep. Why? God. Yeah, if they could get on that would be pretty great. Or like an LA Noire style Roadrunner game.
All the choices are beep beep. Down, meep 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 meep.
Who are you interrogating?
You're right.
Wile E. Coyote and lady Roadrunner.
Lady Roadrunner.
Man, that's weird. All the options changed from beep beep to the tongue thing. Oh, I bet you Wacky Races is better than this game.
Probably.
I do. I really.
Probably. As much as I hate a PlayStation game now, I bet it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like PlayStation is there's so much stuff done right, but that early leading 3D shit
for sure.
It's hard. It's not as hard to go back to as like N64, but there's a lot of stuff there that's been. When I've tried, it has not been the best.
RPGs though.
RPGs
those hold up, right?
Yeah. Tactics.
Symphony of the Night though.
Symphony of the Night holds up. Yeah, you're right.
Let's see. Roadrunner. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
you're right. There's not much else to say. It's bad. It's really fucking bad.
I think that's it.
And that's it. That's all there is. Do you have any achievements for it?
Not many because I didn't play the game long. So I literally have one achievement that came in from Twitch chat. And that is coming from Bovine Bear Matt. And that achievement is, I'm scrambling to find it. Where is it? Cruelty to animals. In order to unlock cruelty to animals, kill Wile E. Coyote, preferably with an Acme anvil. I've got an achievement as well called Too Fast, Too Furious. And in order to unlock...
An early title.
Yes. In order to unlock Too Fast, Too Furious, you need to play this game on a stolen TV VCR combo.
That's how I played the Final Fantasy VII.
Is it really?
Stolen from my brother who had it. Yeah.
Do you have any achievements for this game?
I've got fucking A right it is. And you unlock fucking A right it is when you see that's all folks from dying.
Tyler?
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
The beard of the really shittily animated, throw the rules out the window, Roadrunner Coyote cartoons of the 60s to where they slashed their budget in half whenever Warner Brothers sold them out and then contracted them back in for a lot less money, and it fucking showed.
Did you see, speaking of like bad like animation, did you see like, I think it was like the Post cereal commercial with the Roadrunner where it was like, how the fuck did Warner Brothers sign off on this? Because I mean, it was like, wow. Someone was like, hey, can you like put together a Roadrunner like cereal commercial in like 5 minutes? And it was like, and the
Daddy
guy
just wants a check.
right? And the guy was like, can I use my ballpoint pens? You bet you can.
I'd be mad if you didn't. So you have the furry animated face of the coyote in the 60 cartoons.
All right. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, that sums up how you feel about it. What kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give it the glasses of one Walt Disney as he laughs at how bad the other animation studios have become.
Like a living Walt Disney or just the head of Walt
Just
Disney?
the head of Walt Disney. Looking through the glass. Looking through the glass of his jar.
This jar is prescription.
My glasses could slip, and I don't have any hands, so the jar is prescription.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to buy this game, Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally, used, how much do you think you'd pay for it on average?
$12.
I feel like it's a pretty good guess, Tyler. Actual retail value of Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally for the Super Nintendo, loose, on average, according to PriceCharting.com at the time of this recording, is $9.49. There's a copy here at our local retro store that is in horrible condition, so I have not bought it.
Oh, also, you sent me the part of the instruction manual.
I did.
Let me read that.
If you
quick.
wanna, it's okay. We've definitely seen worse
We've seen worse. This is true.
intros.
So it's titled Beep Beep. And they're off.
Beep beep. It's very nihilistic. Beep beep.
Beep Beep.
Who gives a shit?
In the most hilarious action-adventure chase of the century, starring Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally. And my phone fell asleep. It was that boring. Features 20 levels of cartoon-like graphics and hilarious game action that'll leave you wanting more. False. Wile E. Coyote will challenge you with crazy antics involving TNT, catapults, rocket skates, and more. Courtesy of Acme, of course. And the Roadrunner, you must jump ravines like he does all the time. They call him the Ravine Jumper, would have been a better name than Roadrunner. Pick up power-ups and peck to disable wacky contraptions to avoid dangers at turbo speed.
Man, what if it was like Excite Bike? What if it like a Roadrunner game, but it's like Excite Bike?
He overheats and has to...
He overheats, has to like eat seeds or some shit. How about hey Nintendo? How about an Excite Bike Endless Runner?
Excite
How about
Bird.
that? Excite Bird.
But I do think that it's a very good idea, the Endless Runner.
Yeah, but no one does anyone care about Roadrunner anymore?
Probably not, no.
We'll find out when the new Space Jam movie comes out, right?
Ooh, yeah. Because then it's a mobile game.
I honestly maybe it's just the way that I raised my kid. Do kids even like know about the Looney Tunes? Like, and is this a conversation we've had already before?
I'm gonna ask Henna. I want to find out. We'll bring her on and we'll ask her if she knows who all these cartoon characters are.
Please. Tyler.
Hell, we can even bring Anna out. Anna, do you know the names of these cartoon characters?
She probably does just through like osmosis, right?
I don't
But
know.
maybe not. I don't know. Because it's like, dude, Nickelodeon, like if they're not shown on, if kids aren't watching Nickelodeon, because like, look, I saw all these on Nickelodeon. Because it's like Nickelodeon's like, hey, are these cheap? Oh, they are? Cool. We'll show like 5 hours of these a day.
Yep.
So it's like, if it hadn't been for Nickelodeon, like, dude, I would have seen maybe a handful of these as opposed to like literally all of them. Because it's like, well, It's 3:30. I'm home from school. Well, I guess I'll watch Looney Tunes for 4 hours.
Yep. No, I get that feel 100%.
I don't know about
Especially
masturbation yet, so
Especially over the summer. Yeah.
yeah, for real, man.
Yeah. Just ask Anna, like, you know who Huckleberry Hound is? What?
Get that Hanna-Barbera bullshit out of my face.
He ain't bussing. Gang, gang.
Huckleberry Dad.
McGillis' son.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jabba Jaw King. I don't know what I'm saying. I apologize if I'm saying bad things.
The SNL where Elon Musk hosted was not a great one, but it was awkwardly funny where he was Wario
Yeah.
in the trial.
Yeah.
And it was also I thought just because I have children that age watching Gen Z Hospital to where they were all talking.
I didn't see that one.
That one was I was also amused by that one.
Yeah, Dennis sent me the one where he's playing Wario in the courtroom. And that is like kind of surprising, honestly. Like it was one of those where it's like, man, this is like amusing because I'm familiar with these characters and everything. But it almost had a tinge of like, not everybody knows what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like the performers. Like some of them absolutely, but like
when Peach had an Italian accent.
Is it weird that like was like offended by sensibilities? Or it's like she doesn't fucking sound like that.
She's not from Brooklyn. That's the point.
Pauline, okay.
Pauline, sure.
Oh God, she's from the Mushroom Kingdom, for fuck's
She
sake.
should have a mushroom accent.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
does this game belong on TADPOG's top 100?
No.
I felt like that was a gimme, but tradition dictates that I need to ask you this question.
It does.
I am curious what Flopsy has to say
Yeah, let's see.
about Roadrunner's Death Valley
4
Rally.
stars.
Is that your guess?
I bet it's like it deserves 1, but I bet it'll have like 2.5.
Okay. We'll find out here in a minute.
Yep.
Tyler,
I'll give it 1.5. 1.5 for the animation.
you 1.5? You're going to bump it down from 2.5? Or you're
No,
going to give it 1.5?
my personal.
Yours is 1.5.
Yeah.
We only
But I bet it'll be 2.5.
we only give beard classes ratings. I don't.
That's
what are
true.
these stars
That's
you speak
true.
of?
You're
We're
right.
talking about Suikoden?
Only, yes, Suikoden and Resident Evil are the only stars we talk about.
If you were to give this game a rank, would you give it an S rank?
Oh shit, dude!
Tyler, the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike, puts Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally at 2.5 stars.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Which is what, half a star lower than Space Football 1-on-1? Wasn't that a 3-star game? That was
I want
ridiculous.
to say it was because they liked it because they really liked 1-on-1.
For the record, this game is better than Space Football 1-on-1.
Oh yeah. Well. Yeah, it's better than Space Football, but
At least you can understand what's happening
it's
in
more
Roadrunner.
it's functionable. So yes, it is better.
I mean, Space Football is like down there with Street Hockey 95.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
like bottom. It's like the second worst. Yeah.
okay, let me ask you this. I know the answer to this already going in, but just for posterity. Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally, or Bebe's Kids.
Bebe's Kids.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Baby's Kids
All
all
right.
day.
This is just practice for when we rank all of the Super Nintendo games, okay? We got to practice.
In real time.
Yeah. Oh, God. We're going to need like a judge. Or Judge Judy, is she available to like
That's our live show, is where
the one with Judge Judy?
the 6-hour live show where we rank all the SNES games.
6 hours? That would be, okay, so wait a minute. So 6 hours, there's 60 minutes in an hour. So we're looking at 360 minutes. There are 725 Super Nintendo games. So we're doing
30 seconds per
30
game.
seconds per game,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yep.
Tyler,
No banter, no jokes, no nothing. Just 30 seconds go.
I still don't think we could do it. Was that Judge Judy saying that? Was a good Judge Judy.
Yeah, thank you.
You needed to add a, what were you thinking? Don't give me that attitude. Tyler,
That malarkey out of here.
Roadrunner Death Valley Rally or Cool World? Which is better? That's a thinker.
It is a thinker with a guide. Cool World.
Okay. Yeah, because a guide is not going to help you in Roadrunner.
No, and it just, as long as I know what to do, it's not as bad. But trying to figure out what the fuck to do in Cool World was crazy.
But I would say that
Like a Sierra's point and click. It's like what the fuck?
I do think that Cool World was more entertaining because it was so weird. You know what I mean? Like even having watched the movie, I still didn't know what to do in that game. But it's weirdness. Like Roadrunner gets boring. Because it's like it's so difficult that it's like you really have to want to finish it.
Even when you know what to do, it's still like, ugh.
I want to know what Flopsy gave Cool World because we didn't have Flopsy when we covered Cool World.
True.
You want to take a guess?
2 stars.
I feel like that's a good guess. Cool World, 1.5 stars.
Okay, good.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have some more questions for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
We don't have a quiz that came in from Ross Rachel Green. I hope everything is going okay. But I do have.
I made him mad with the soccer comment.
Yeah, probably.
Which I did look into
that
it.
That does make sense.
The aristocracy is what called it soccer.
Oh, really? So wait. What aristocracy?
British aristocracy started by calling it soccer because it was association football, and they shortened it to calling it soccer.
How was that? Like, what's the leap in? That's a leap in logic from association football to soccer.
It has something to do. It has something to do with how they do their nicknames, with like a few letters and an ER at the end. So it was. So like the SOCC in association was shortened, and they added the ER on the end.
Was this also from a TikTok?
No, this was some YouTube videos where I was doing the research.
All right.
So a little bit better.
You really did research then.
So then I was like, am I crazy? Let's actually see. Then it was several different sources where I saw where people were confirming, including Jamie Foxx on Joe Rogan. So there you go, everybody. It's official.
Is he like a big soccer fan?
I don't know.
Or did he just watch the same YouTube video?
I hope so. I hope that's it. What am I going to talk to Joe Rogan about?
You could talk to him about a lot of different things. He's like a good conversationalist. Like, he's really good about that. Tyler, I sent you a copy of the quiz via a message because I feel like our old way of doing these quizzes is antiquated, draconian, where we have 2 browser tabs open and one person puts in both answers.
Yeah.
But this quiz is entitled, it's a BuzzFeed quiz.
I'm going to do this in a minute.
It is, I know, right? This quiz is entitled, Everyone's Personality Matches a Looney Tunes Character. Which one are you? I didn't do an extensive amount of research on this quiz, but I will tell you that I passed over a quiz I found where the first question was, which Looney Tunes character do you like the most? Second question, which Looney Tunes villain is the worst?
What color do you like the most? Gray, black, with
Black
a little
with a white
white.
stripe. Like, to be fair, I do think there is a which color do you like the most in this quiz that I'm given. But anyway, first question: pick something for breakfast: French toast sticks, blueberry pancakes, scrambled eggs, breakfast sandwiches, waffles, or donuts.
Breakfast sandwiches, dog.
It is breakfast sandwiches for me as well. If breakfast sandwiches,
If there was a breakfast burrito on there,
do you prefer a breakfast
that's
burrito?
one of my low-key favorite foods is a breakfast burrito.
Really? What is it about the breakfast burrito that you like so much? Everything?
God, I love a breakfast burrito.
It's if omelet was on here, I would choose omelet, I think, over breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
But scrambled eggs, get the fuck out of here.
Just scrambled eggs? No.
Scrambled eggs is what
I like scrambled eggs, but I want something else with it, not just scrambled eggs.
scrambled eggs is what I eat when I fuck up a fried egg. Is what scrambled eggs is.
Yeah.
Blueberry pancakes? No, man. Heartburn City for me. I'm gonna have acid reflux from that. French toast sticks? Okay. How about just regular French toast though? Donuts? I mean, let's be real. That's not a breakfast food. That's a 2 a.m. food.
Yep. Yep. That's I want something sweet food.
All right, pick something for lunch. Salad, chicken nug nugs, tacos, pizza, mac and cheese, sub sandwich. We're going to go the same way. I knew we were
Sub
going
sandwich.
we're going the same way. Like for lunch specifically, sub sandwich. Like if we're talking
Tacos I want for dinner.
dude, I will fuck with tacos for lunch, but it has to be either Taco John's or those El Torito tacos al pastor. But I got to go sub sandwich. I kind of want to go tacos because I want our answers to be different, but I got to be me. Sub sandwich.
Yeah.
Pizza for lunch? Are you insane? Yeah. Is it your day off? Salad. It's like, okay, all right.
We'll differ on this next one, though.
Okay. Next one. Pick something for dinner. Spaghetti, meatloaf, steak, pulled pork sandwich, paella, beef stroganoff.
Paella.
You going paella?
I gotta go paella. Anytime you offer me seafood, I'm taking fucking seafood.
Yeah. If I had to pick, it's going to be steak. It's very, very rare that I have steak for dinner. Mm-hmm. Very rare. We're talking like once every 3 years. Rare.
Yeah.
In reality, it's probably going to be pulled pork sandwich because it's.
That's what I was thinking.
But if steak is an option,
why not?
Yeah, it's going to be steak. So steak.
Beef stroganoff.
Yeah, I don't know. Next question. Pick a color. We have like a pink, black, green, yellow, red, or gray.
Yellow.
You going yellow?
Yep.
I'm going black. So I'm probably going to get Daffy Duck. If I get Daffy Duck, we know it's because I chose black. Tyler, pick an animal. Kangaroo, cheetah, bear, bald eagle, sloth, or otter. You're going bear, right?
Bear's my,
You're going bear.
It's my gay community. That's where I fit in.
Well, shit. Should I be the counter and go otter?
You're otter. If I'm a bear, you're an otter.
I'm not hairy enough to be an otter.
You're not. I don't think you're a twink either, though.
I was going to go sloth.
Wow.
But I'll go otter. I'll go otter for the goofs. All right, going otter. Tyler, pick a random word. I'd like to point out that these aren't random because they're words that we're choosing multiple choice. But rival, bouncy, fluffy, yellow, crazy, unusual.
Yellow's what stands out to me as being
double down on yellow,
sort of different than everything else.
Okay,
so yeah, I'm gonna go yellow.
I'm gonna go bouncy because it makes me think of fun things. Bouncy, like a bouncy castle.
Yeah,
take your shoes off.
They're boobs.
They're expensive. Next question: pick a TV show. SpongeBob SquarePants, Bob's Burgers, Phineas and Ferb, Futurama, Rugrats, or Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? This is a tough one for me between Bob's Burgers and Futurama.
Yep.
Also, what the fuck is a Phineas and Ferb?
It was a Disney cartoon in the 2000s, I believe.
Okay.
I'm going to go Futurama. I've seen all of Futurama. I have not seen all of Bob's Burgers.
I've seen all of Futurama too, but I really do like Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers also, Bob's Burgers is busted.
It's really good. Yeah, this is fucking busted.
Busted.
Have you been studying?
It slaps that bus.
I have to go Futurama.
It's butt slapping.
I got to go Futurama too. All right.
We'll differ here too.
Tyler, pick a cookie.
Oatmeal raisin, dog. Even before I had any options, that's what I'm going.
Is white macadamia nut on there?
No.
All right. Well, fuck. Dark chocolate, chocolate chip, snickerdoodle, oatmeal raisin, peanut butter, or peanut butter chocolate chip. You're going oatmeal raisin.
All day.
I'm going peanut butter. Mm-hmm. I do love a peanut butter cookie.
Yeah.
Peanut butter chocolate chip? No, but peanut butter with a Hershey's kiss in the Hershey's kiss in the middle. That's good shit too. Right there. Next question. Pick a movie genre. Mm-hmm. Horror, sci-fi, comedy, action, family, or romance. I'm torn.
Family.
You going family?
the look he gave me. Comedy.
I'm torn between comedy
That's
and
all.
horror.
That's all I ever want to watch. TV, movies, anything. That's all I ever care about.
I really like horror movies, but I watch more comedy movies because more people will watch them with me.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go comedy.
Well, if your heart yearns for horror,
Less so than it used to, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just because I watch less now, so it's like, unless it's anime. So Henry went to Graham's house for a sleepover Friday night. It's amazing because Nikki and I watched. We finished. We were like, I was like, "Do you want to just go ahead and like binge watch the rest of the Promised Neverland?" She's like, "Yep." It's like, okay, get in bed. We're gonna do it on your iPad. So we just watched.
and then we're gonna watch Promised Neverland.
You're right. Oh, dude, we like moved the bed like 3 feet. It was like,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it was like, and I told her, I was like, this is the kind of sex that we cannot have when the child is in the house because he'll think that I'm murdering you. So yeah, we watched the rest of the Promised Neverland. Really good. You can tell like they really like try to cram a whole bunch of shit into the second season, but it was still good. And then we started watching Odd Taxi, which man, that is honestly probably my favorite anime that I've seen in a really
Taxi?
long time. Yes, it is about a 40 something year old walrus who drives a taxi that he owns. And it is all about these interpersonal relationships between all of these different, remember like, what's his name? Richard Scarry.
Yeah.
Imagine like Richard Scarry.
The Busy World of Richard
Yes.
Scarry.
Imagine that, but it's an anime and it's not, it's like, instead of being like for kids, it's for middle-aged people.
Perfect.
And it's like,
Wonder Show's in.
oh, and Wonder Show is pretty damn good. But no, dude, it's great because it's like, and there's like this, it's kind of noir because it's like, it all starts out where it's like this guy, this walrus, and it in the first episode, there's this missing high school student. And like you see scenes of him talking to somebody who's in his closet, and he's like, you can leave, right? You don't have to be here. You don't have to, you can leave. And then it's like, so you're kind of like trying to figure out like what the hell's going on, and through interactions through other, like with other characters. It's very, very, very good.
Okay.
It is like not action oriented at all. It is a slow burn. It's very conversational. It's very weirdly dramatic. Like the last episode was about a cat game developer who gets addicted to gacha games, or a specific gacha game. And it's like the whole episode is about that and how it drives him. I mean, guess maybe spoilers, but it drives him to want to commit murder. How about that? We'll just
Okay.
It like, you remember when I was like, what would be the best expansion for Animal Crossing is a murder mystery. That's kind of what this is.
Animal
a little
Crossing
bit.
Noir. Yeah.
And so it like follows him, like it explains, like it breaks down why he became addicted to this gacha game. It's because he didn't have anything growing up. And the only way, he wasn't athletic or funny or smart. So like the only way to get attention in school was to have nice things. But his teacher was like really obsessed with like making sure there's no wage gap. So like banned all like things that kids could bring in to show off like their wealth.
I dig that.
I dig that too. But there was one exception, and that was stationery. And it's because that's what they use in school. So the big currency for popularity became erasers, because erasers are allowed in school.
Yep.
So he formed this rivalry with this kid whose parents bought him a bunch of erasers, and his parents didn't. And he's got this one rare eraser, this dodo eraser. And so he's got this dodo eraser, and it's very popular for it, but that popularity starts to wane because this other kid keeps getting like new erasers. So he finds this auction for this one-of-a-kind, super rare baboon eraser. And he decides to steal his dad's credit card to bid on the eraser. Well, there is another bidder and for the eraser, and they get into a bidding war, and he ends up spending 100,000 yen on this eraser. And when his dad finds out, he literally beats the shit out of him, like the abusive style, where it's like, good Lord, like holy shit. And so like because of that, he forms this like addiction to this gacha game, where he realizes that one of the gachas is because it's like this Farmville style gacha game where it's like you can spend yen to buy chances to get different animals and stuff for the farm, and like the one of the animals is a dodo. And so like he makes this connection with the dodo and becomes obsessed with getting the dodo, spends like 5 years, 5 million yen trying to get the dodo. And he says, I could just buy an account that has the dodo on it, but it wouldn't be the same. I need to find it myself. So, now I'm not going to say anything else, but like, because like stuff happens that like connects with the taxi driver, who's like now forming a relationship with this like nurse, this alpaca nurse, who loves him. Like because like he's a very real kind of guy, and like he even asked her, he's like, "Why are you interested in me?" And she's like, "I don't know. I'm just calm. You calm me when I'm around you. I feel calm." So it's very, I don't know. It's very, 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 very cool. Big fan of Odd Taxi. Definitely check it out.
Okay, sounds good. I will.
Very character driven, as opposed to like The Promised Neverland, which I love, but that is like very plot driven.
Yeah.
Where it's like this happens and then this happens and then this happens, and
See, I like D&D games that are more character driven. I like the story to be around the characters and their decisions and what they do and how they react to the plot instead of the plot pushing them along.
yeah, I like it both ways. I do, like, because sometimes I'm in the mood for like, let's fucking kick some doors down and slay some goblins and like devil may care kind of like game. But I also do like it kind of depends on who's running it. Because if you're running it, I know what you like to do. So like the character,
You know what you'll get back for your investment.
Right, exactly. No, that's really good. I didn't think of it that way. But you're right. I know in your game that if I invest in a character, I'm gonna reap a reward from that. Where it's like in a game that someone's running that's more action oriented, I'm probably not gonna get anything back from that.
Yeah.
So I need to put more points in the power attack. All right. Anyway, sorry about the Odd Taxi tangent.
Well, it's good. I'm glad I know.
It's really
It does
good.
sound good.
I fucking.
As a person who spends too much on a gotcha game, I understand.
I love it. And that's just one episode. So it's like that one episode was all about that cat game developer. So it's like, oh wow, they're building him up for something.
Yeah.
Because it's like he kind of came out of the blue. And it's like, oh, they're building a villain here, essentially. Anyway, next question. Pick a picture of a bunny. And this is going to be hard because people can't see the bunnies, but there's a bunny on a white background, a brown bunny on a white background, a brown bunny in a green field, a white bunny with a brown spot on his nose with a fisheye lens, a floofy white bunny with floppy ears, a brown fluffy bunny with down ears, and then I guess a bunny that kind of looks like Thumper a little bit.
Yeah. I gotta go down ears.
The brown one?
Down ears brown.
I'm going to go to the one next to it, down ears floofy, the white floofy one. Yeah. All right. Pick a day of the week. Easy. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Scorn day.
Saturday.
You going Saturday?
Yeah, Saturdays. That's the day where I've gotten to sleep in. I don't have to worry about doing anything the next day. I get to see everybody, so Saturday.
I'm going Friday because for me, it's more about the anticipation of the weekend than the weekend itself.
I got who I thought I would get.
I did not get who I thought I would get. Who did you get?
Tweety Bird.
You thought you were going to get Tweety Bird?
Well, I said yellow twice.
Yeah.
So I figured, I'm going to get Tweety Bird.
You're probably going to get Tweety Bird. But I got black. I chose black. I thought I was going to get Daffy Duck. I got Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, all right.
I don't think that's right. I also don't think Tweety Bird's right. This quiz is bullshit.
Yeah. Sure you don't think I'm Tweety Bird?
So
I'm Big Bear. They give me Tweety Bird.
So what the fuck? I want to know how these are weighted. Because it's like What the fuck does it matter which picture of a bunny you choose?
Yeah. You're very right. I'm going to run through this again real quick and change just like the yellow answer.
Okay.
Breakfast sandwiches.
Well, it's definitely going to give you a different answer.
Sub sandwich.
What if I had chosen sloth?
Paella is also yellow.
Yeah.
But
Do you think it's a color
Yellow's
thing?
my favorite color.
You know Bugs Bunny loves
Pick
steak.
the bear. He just loves steak.
What's up, Doc?
I'm going to pick unusual for my random word.
Well, Tyler, now I don't feel like this quiz represents you or your personality at all.
Unusual is my second choice. So
What if it just takes your IP address and it's like, you're Tweety Bird? The questions are insequential.
Okay, I changed from
Just the yellow?
just from yellow to unusual. Marvin the Martian.
Marvin the Martian, which I also do not think is a good fit for you, but a better fit than Tweety Bird.
It doesn't really even tell you why. Like, tell me what his qualities are so that I could match them to myself, but it doesn't. Just all right. I don't know what Looney Tunes character I would be otherwise.
You would be. That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's hard because we're people.
Yep.
With personalities and
Yep.
emotions. Yeah. If we were like in middle school, I could probably tell you which one.
In middle school, I would have been the big scary monster, redheaded and shy.
Gossamer.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess. What about? We did this a long time ago. Remember, because we were talking about what's his name, Foulmouth.
Yeah,
from, like, Tiny
yeah.
Toons.
How he wouldn't cuss around babies.
Right.
Yeah. The episode where he goes on a date with the loon, whatever.
Shirley the Loon.
Shirley the Loon.
Yeah.
And Buster keeps bringing out a baby every time he starts to cuss.
Right. Yeah. Man, I got to tell you, if I were a Tiny Toon, I mean, I'd go after Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like the Phoebe of the
She
Tiny
is the
Toons.
Phoebe of the Tiny Toons. You're 100% right.
I still haven't seen the Friends reunion, but I
Pretty good.
But I did watch because Dennis told me, he was like, "Hey, there's this thing you'd like it a lot." The new Bo Burnham special, Inside.
I have not seen that yet.
It's
I
really
want
good.
to, and I hear how
It's really good. It's super good.
RCAJ keeps telling me how amazing it is.
Oh yeah, she's seen it.
And
Yeah,
everyone
it's-
on TikTok is
Yeah.
talking about
TikTok's
it. Yeah,
on
I have
fire.
Not seen it yet. Yeah.
Two things they're talking about: soccer.
Soccer, yellow mustard on watermelon, and Bo Burnham special.
Yellow mustard and watermelon.
Oh yeah, that's the big thing. Like everybody's like, no, it's amazing. Like you wouldn't think, and people are trying it, and
As
oh
a,
my god, that's amazing.
as a
I
culinarian,
tried it, and it's
You tried
fucking
it. Of
awful.
course you did, 'cause,
It's
I mean, you
all a
gotta.
big gag. It's fucking awful.
what about sugar and cucumber?
I haven't tried that, but I should. I also saw that.
Yeah,
Like, it's supposed to taste
It
just
tastes
like watermelon.
Yeah.
I can see where it
But the
would.
texture is so different. Like that's part of watermelon. Watermelon is like you put it in your mouth and then it disintegrates.
Yeah, it's gotta be a really old ass cucumber.
The fermented cucumber. Can you make liquor out of cucumber? Surely you can, right?
Probably. Hold off before it pickles.
Yeah, I'm about to say, or is that just pickles? Is that just pickle juice?
Drunk pickles is what we'll call them.
I don't like cucumbers, but I do like pickles. Cucumbers give me heartburn
I like cucumbers like on a
or
sandwich.
indigestion. Yeah,
Like a banh mi, all day.
bond me, but fucking bond you.
Banh you.
Yeah, I get it. Like cucumber is like in a salad.
Yeah.
Man, it's refreshing. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Like in a summer salad, I love it.
I'll use it instead of chips, dip in salsa. Very
but
good.
every time I have cucumber, it gives me indigestion. Every time, without fail, I'm burping up cucumber like the rest of the afternoon. Pickles don't do that to me.
Yeah, it's got good bacteria.
Oh, is that what's my
probiotics.
body's just like, get the fuck out.
The more stuff that's like pickled like that, the better it is. It's good for your gut health. Pickles,
stuff is?
sauerkraut. Yeah.
That's why I haven't died yet. I've been wondering.
Yeah.
Because I love sauerkraut.
Yeah.
I do. And
It is. I've got some sriracha sauerkraut in the house. It's fucking
Ooh,
amazing.
that does sound good.
Got that sauerkraut mustard. I'm waiting to have hot dogs at work so I can break that out.
What are your thoughts on pickled eggs? Have we talked about this before?
They're okay.
I think they're really gross.
Yeah, I can. when we tried all the other pickled stuff, like the pickled broccoli and the pickled Brussels sprouts, I did not like those. Pickled eggs are
Oh,
okay.
right. Yeah, the pickled Brussels sprouts. Those were really bad. I'd rather just
the
have
Brussels sprouts were
Brussels
terrible.
sprouts, you know.
Yep.
Have you ever had natto?
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's horrible. The fermented soybeans. Yeah.
Whenever we went to go see 21 Pilots in Columbus, while the girls did that, Melissa went with them. I drove around till I found a good sushi place, and I set up, and I was on my laptop, and
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No, I remember
And
you
I
telling me
had the-
this.
I had
Yeah,
the
yeah,
natto
yeah.
there.
I forgot. I completely had forgotten that. Yeah. That's something I would like to try, but I know I'd hate.
oh yeah, I knew I would.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I could just order, like, just bring me a little bit. Just bring me like a fork full of
That's
it.
what I told him because he looked at me. You sure? I was like, just a little bit. I've never had it. I just want to try it.
Squishy.
You're not gonna like it. I know. But I'm willing to give you money in exchange for it. I won't ask for a refund. Okay.
That's like whenever I order spicy food at a restaurant. You have to tell them I'm not going to send it back. I'm not going to ask for a refund.
It's like I tell every
Yeah.
Indian person at the Indian restaurant, like, I know I'm white. Please just make it that hot.
Dude, that's what I love about the Thai restaurant in town is like they do not fuck around
They
with
don't.
that shit.
They don't.
They don't like second guess when you're like, make it as hot as possible. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
here it is. And you're like, thank you, God, thank you. Their sesame chicken, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Real good.
Yeah, I need to try that.
I don't know what else we got, Tyler. Are we at a show?
I think so.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
We're at a show where we're pretty long. Did
Are we?
a good job. Well, I
pretty
don't know.
long?
We can take a call.
Oh, yeah, calls.
Take
That's what
a
we're
call.
forgetting. Yeah. Let's take. I got 4. We're gonna take 4. I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling strong, baby.
It's been good. It's been a good time getting this
feeling-
game out of our lives forever.
God, yeah. You know, we should play the NES version because it's like I know it's not the same game, but I know there's that NES game for the Roadrunner, which I think is like someone in chat. I wish I could remember who it was telling me that was a Tengen game, which does make sense because when I close my eyes and like picture it, I do picture that gold label.
Yeah.
Which I sent I just yesterday sent the NES out for RGB mod.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to get that back.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Also, that reminds me that a lot of people, an alarming amount of people, because like have messaged me because last episode I was talking about having Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn modify the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people messaged me with alternatives to that, which made me realize that I failed to mention on that last episode that the big reason that I wanted it...
that I don't want messages, thanks. That I don't want.
The big reason I don't want that is because... that I want the Game Boy specifically is because... that's what I had as a kid.
Yeah.
Like that's honestly
That's
like
the draw.
That's the draw. I know that I could get a bunch of different things.
The nostalgia factor.
The nostalgia factor
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. It's cool to me, and this is probably because I'm almost 40 years old, but it's cool to me to have something from the past that has been retrofitted essentially.
Something that means something to you because
Right. Because
Yeah.
items have power. You know me.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Let's see. First call. Maybe. I don't know. While I was doing all that, I should have probably pulled the calls up. These are in chronological order now. First call. This is from 2019. This is fine. Area code 562.
TADPOG. It's Terrified Michelle. I am driving to my new job.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you right off the gate. Off the gate, out the gate.
Out
Off
the
the bat. But Terrify Michelle, when you first started talking, it reminded me of the call that we got about somebody saying, how do you get a dog to stop humping your leg? You suck his dick. Because your voice kind of reminded me of that voice a little bit. That doesn't mean anything. Please don't read into that. But the person who that was, and I love this because first time caller Nate Glines said, Oh, yeah, that was my grandmother. To which I said, can you prove it?
Bullshit.
And he did prove it. He sent me a video of her making that call. Like he knew I was going to say,
Yep.
prove it.
So the very expensive screening service.
Yeah.
So this call was left in because it explains the preface of Michelle goes through a big streak of calls because she has a new job.
Okay.
So Michelle called a lot. Not a lot of them make it through the screening service because she is calling from her car driving through.
Right.
So Michelle, I'm sorry, some of the audio quality, you were very difficult to understand. So a lot of those calls got lost in the mix.
On the bright side, I'm pretty sure the next 2 calls in a row are yours, Terrified Michelle. So there's the trade-off.
Yeah.
And by the way, we should probably mention if you want to call 270-883-2555.
Yep.
We're going to try to get back on these calls.
Yep.
And because they are a lot of fun. And doing those 2 all calls episodes where Phil put it cathartic, and it's like, yeah, you're right.
It was
cathartic.
much needed.
Yeah. All right. Terrified Michelle continues.
It's an hour and a half away, so that sucks, but it's higher pay and benefits, and I got let go from the other job anyway, and so now I have time to listen to audiobooks and podcasts, so that's cool.
See, we need to make every episode at least 3 hours so that Terrified
Go back
Michelle
and forth.
can listen round trip.
Yep.
1 round trip equals 1 TADPOG episode. So by my calculation, we're halfway through this episode.
Halfway there.
Terrified Michelle continues.
And I just wanted to tell you that it's a mortuary that is under the Archdiocese Catholic Church, and you should know that the Archdiocese is taking a real big stand on its pedophilia problem. So now...
Pedophilia problem, right?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Because I'm aware of the pedophilia
The Catholic
problem.
Church has a pedophilia problem.
What?
I know.
What?
I know.
Wait.
If
The
you haven't-
Catholic Church?
If you haven't heard any jokes since 1998, yes.
The one with the stained glass windows and stuff? That one?
Uh-huh.
You're kidding me.
The one with tons of unmarried men in positions of power? Yep.
Well, the real reason that I paused that to make sure that she did say pedophilia is because that was in the same breath as mentioning a mortuary. So I was like, do they also have a necrophilia,
Necrophilia problem? I mean, all right.
Yeah, but only if they're a kid.
Only
I super apologize for that. I have a confession to make, Father.
If you work for the Archdiocese, you have to take a class on how not to be a pedophile, and it's a good for 3 to 4 years, and then...
Did she say 3 to 4 years?
to be fair, that's also in the Episcopal Church because I know that like Blake and everybody, they also
3 to 4 years.
not 3 to 4 years, but like their 3-year
Look, dude,
their 3-year master's program to become priest included a class.
if it's gonna be that long, it might as well make it 18 years. Because it's like by the time you get done, you're like, all right, now all the kids you wanted to fuck are legal. So
legal.
go at it.
Because I was like, what's the final? Do they tempt you with like a really hot kid?
It's
like
an
Blake,
adult.
Blake, man, if it's a hot 17-year-old saying it's 18, like, I don't know, man.
You check ID.
It's a really sexy kid just coming into your church.
God. Or like an adult. I like to imagine Steve Buscemi, 30 Rock style, an adult dressed as a sexy kid.
How do you do, horny priest?
Terrified Michelle continues.
After that, you have to take a refresher class. You know,
A refresher class. Yo, do not fuck kids.
You still,
All right.
do you still, how's this look? Anything? Okay.
We have taken photographs of kids. If you want to, we're going to show them to you. If you want to fuck any of these, press this button.
for those of you who forgot, it's called Protecting God's Children for Adults. When they told me to take a survey on how the class was and offered suggestions, I told them that they needed to change it to Protecting God's Children from Adults
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it sounds like you're saving them off to the side for adults, and that's a problem.
We're the Catholic Church. We have special farms here with children on them where you can pay a small fee.
It's like, hi, Tommy, do you have a girlfriend? Well, no. You have to save your girlfriend. That little girl's for the adults.
And
A
I
farm
wanted
for kids.
to let you know that I'm a horrible human being, and I made up a song for it.
Terrified Michelle, you're not the horrible human being in this equation.
Nope.
The people who need that class are the horrible human beings in this equation.
Or who failed that class.
Who failed it? Yeah. I'm sorry. Priest O'Malley, Father O'Malley, you're going to need to go to summer school. You fucked too many kids on your final.
There is a threshold, and you just passed it.
You were only allowed to fuck 2. It looks here as if you fucked 5 kids.
Now I'm just thinking cone heads. You can only take 2 spools from the spool. You took 5.
Now you must narfle the
Narfle the
Garthok.
Garthok.
Man, I made that joke the other night, and it was just dead silence. And it was like, I wish Sean Miller was here.
Yep.
Terrified Michelle continues.
And it goes like this, and no, I cannot sing. It says, keep your hands to yourself, don't touch yourself around children.
Oh, my God.
Keep your hands to yourself, don't touch yourself around anyone.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you touch yourself around designated people.
Yeah. Consenting adults.
Or your pastor, or your local religious leader.
So yeah, priests and Louis C.K. have that class.
Take care, I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Thank you.
All right. You got time for another?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Next call. You said 1 earlier. I just
Yeah,
wanna...
we have.
okay.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Oh. Next call.
I forgot, there's a second verse. Okay. Keep your hands to yourself.
What? Wait, what?
Second
verse? Same as the first? This is the verse they sing when they do fuck a kid. This verse is called Oops, well, you're not fired, but.
When you do touch a kid, cover it up. When you do touch a kid, cover it up.
Damn it. Don't touch yourself. Cause no means no, and yes means yes. Keep your hands to yourself, don't touch yourself without consent. Okay, I'm done now. That's it. I love you guys.
It's weird that the second verse is in a foreign language.
Yeah.
It's in Latin.
There you go. That's good. That's good in Catholic.
All hail the randomizer. I'm
All
listening
hail.
to the episode where you're talking about one of the many games you don't like with Phil. It seems kind of interesting. I don't understand how leather armor is worse than wooden armor. I can kind of imagine a wooden cloak, though. Like, it'd be really clunky and god-awful, but I can imagine it. But bamboo's wood, right? So, and you can make pillows out of bamboo. So maybe it's bamboo cloak, which would be better. I don't know. Okay, bye.
Bye.
There's a wooden quilt at the quilting museum.
There's a lot of weird shit at the Quilting Museum. Yeah. My boss is banned from there, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lines up with everything you've told me about him.
There's I'm not allowed to get into it, but because I might be in a deposition about it, but in the near future. So
Yeah. Sweet.
wooden armor, like wooden plate mail, right? If you're like a druid, that was like a big deal.
Ironwood. Yep.
The ironwood plate mail.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that was better than dragon scale, right? Or was it worse? Because like, didn't dragon scale give you like energy resistance?
Elements. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Depending on the type of the dragon you had.
Because it was like regular scale mail,
So
right?
much.
But it had like
Yeah.
energy
So
resistance.
not
while
as
like
good armor wise.
ironwood was like AC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Druid.
AC, a rust monster couldn't eat.
That is true. Although honestly, like
Or couldn't be pushed back by repulsion spells and shit like that other druids have.
yeah, I forgot about that. What if? See, this is another reason I like games like yours, because like I do feel like in a game like this wouldn't fly in any other game. But if I was playing a druid in one of your games, I feel like you might allow me to awaken my own armor.
Yeah.
Through druidic ritual, and it's like
then it becomes pillar armor.
maybe has right? Maybe has horrible consequences. I don't know, because it's like the armor's just in constant pain because it's a dead tree, and now it's like necromancy essentially.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I did give you living armor at one point that tried to take over your mind and body.
Yeah, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. No, really. I mean, that was like, yeah, that's the kind of shit. I like that in your games. We got another call. If we got time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, I feel like Michelle might have a third verse. So.
I think this might be the third verse.
Okay, hi, TADPOG. This is part 2 of the saga of my parents having a cell phone, mostly my mom.
Wait. What?
Part 1 probably didn't make it through the screener.
All right. Okay. So we're just gonna have to like draw some conclusions.
Sounds so far like part 2 might not have either.
So yeah, I was the only one that knew how to do electronic banking. I mean, my mom knows how to use a computer. She uses it at work, but she never.
Electronic banking?
I thought you said baking. I was like, you don't bake.
Oh, man.
I mean, I guess gas and yeah, okay. Induction cooktop.
Figured it out. Electronic banking. So I have access to their accounts, and I'm like, Mom, what are these 2 random deductions in your account for like $100? She's all like, I asked her, I didn't even tell her the price, I just told her the 2 locations. She's like, oh yeah, I bought this and it's like $5 free shipping. And I go, did you, or you pay for the shipping? And I was like, and is the shipping $100? And she's like, no, I don't think so. And I was all like, well, they charged you $100 each. She's all like, no. I'm like, what store did you get this from?
This is why old people, I don't know how old your mom is, but I'm assuming that she's probably like what? Late 50s, early 60s?
Yeah.
My guess. I don't know. I don't know your personal situation.
Yeah, because dad's turning 65, so mom's will be 62 in November.
But I do feel like that is like that's the age where people start getting really stupid about shit like this and get like scammed really easily.
Or like my grandma who was having problems with her computer being slow. Instead of calling,
did she download more memory?
Ryan, who is a software developer, and then my cousin Derek, who works at Verizon, set up with her hotspot, got her that computer, or me, who I know how to do some basic shit as well. No. She just gets on and Googles computer help. Gets somebody she can barely understand. Gives them her credit card information and like, oh, here, $200, fix my computer. And they just riddle it with malware and lock it up. And then want to charge her more to take it out.
So I'm in the wrong business.
Of everybody. You had so many options. I live right down the road. I live two blocks down the road.
I didn't realize.
That grandma.
It's the other mailbox that says Holland when I come here.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
And then after that, she did call me, and I came over, and she told me the situation. I was like,
"Oh, you're fucked, Grandma. I'm sorry, you're fucked. You are like so fucked."
How much money did you spend? Like $250, Grandma.
Jeez, I would have done it for $200.
Yeah.
Come on, Grandma.
I was like, "Well, I'm gonna get Ryan over here. This is outside of my purview, but Ryan can fix this," and he did. And then she was like, "Don't tell anybody how stupid your grandma is." Everybody, my grandma did something real stupid.
Don't worry. I'll only tell people on a thing that you barely know exists.
Yep.
And by that, I mean the internet, not the podcast. I'm assuming.
She knows I have a video game podcast. Does she know what that is? No,
because I'm about to say, let's do a new segment called "Let's Call Your Grandma" right now and ask her if she knows what a podcast is.
Apparently, I have a cousin somewhere who was the voice actor of like Taz Gazaway or something like that, the N64 pod racer.
Really?
That's what she told me. And very yeah, that's what she tells me in a weird she'll send me
the fact that she knows the name of an obscure Star Wars character in itself is amazing. It also shows how much she loves that person. That she'll memorize a Star Wars character's name.
Didn't see me until I was 6 months old, but yeah, loves this other person enough.
Well, how many Star Wars characters have you voiced in early 3D games, Tyler?
That's true. That's very true.
Let's ask the real fucking questions. Where does the problem lie?
How do you earn grandma's love? You think you know.
Terrified Michelle. I was just kidding. I'm sure she loves you very much. She loves you enough to call you when there's a computer problem.
After she's thoroughly fucked it up.
Terrified Michelle continues.
Well, I was looking at a website, and I was like, oh, God. And I was all like, but what sort? I don't really know. I was all like, okay, well, good luck getting those products. And she's like, no, I've gotten them. And I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. So I looked them up. I looked immediately up. I saw the two things they got. They were like face creams. And I looked up the website. F on the Better Business Bureau. Immediately, all these negative comments all the way down. I was like, oh, okay.
That's evidence that the Better Business Bureau...
They didn't pay.
They
didn't buy them off.
It's fucking worthless.
No,
because it's like the fact that it's like that business is still in business means that the Better Business Bureau has no fucking power.
Nope. You can fucking buy them off. Just like my encounter with 1-800-Flowers.
Yeah.
To where Melissa ordered flowers from them for whenever Anna was in Little Women and Artsy AJ did like the crew. We get them flowers for their opening night. And then she was like, yeah, I did 1-800-Flowers and something else. And so we were trying to get through. I pull up. Suddenly, because we've talked about it, it comes up on my Facebook, 1-800-Flowers, an ad, but I see 4,000 comments on this ad.
4,000? Like a
wow.
Facebook ad or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I click on it, and it is everyone on Facebook being like, holy fuck, this company is a fucking scam. Do not use this company, blah, blah, blah. So I get a hold of PayPal, and I'm trying to cancel everything.
1-800-Flowers?
1-800-Flowers. So... The next day, we get half the order that we're supposed to, but it's wrong.
Okay.
And then 3 weeks later, we get the other half of the order that we were supposed to get.
Hey, you still need these flowers?
Also wrong. Yep. Because everybody's like, you're not going to get them on time. No one gets their flowers when they order them.
You ordered 400 baby breath, right?
You ordered a sack of thorns, didn't you?
Man, I can't remember who I used last time because it's been that long. But it was like a service. It was a website essentially that I guess contracted out through local florists.
That's what 1-800-Flowers does.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was 1-800-Flowers that I used. I don't remember. Nikki doesn't really. I mean, she likes flowers, but it really doesn't matter to her.
Melissa does not.
And I'm great with that.
Yep.
Yeah, because it honestly does feel like
stupid expensive.
There are
the
stupid
next
expensive.
Day, it's like, oh, gone.
And it does kind of feel like, it does kind of feel like a waste.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that because
100%.
I don't want it to come across that showing of affection is a waste. But there are more fun ways to do that than flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There,
even if it's like a back rub or shoulder rub. That is
I could draw a picture of a flower and it's going to have more meaning than giving a flower.
You're not wrong. No, yeah. Yeah, totally. You're not wrong. Here, someone killed something for you.
Yep. It only cost us $150.
Right? And we got half of the order in these thorns.
So we're not going to have groceries next week, but here's some flowers. Will be dead by the time you're hungry.
Dude, the bag of thorns just reminded me. Man, okay, so I work with a local auctioneer on some marketing stuff, and it's it's always fun to see what he's selling. Because I'm looking, and it's trust me, it's never Nintendo games or anything like that. The 5 years I've been doing for him, never once have I seen a Nintendo game, a Super Nintendo game, anything like that.
Yep.
What I do see and what I saw today when I was putting something together, literally this is in the listing. 1 baggie of wheat leaf pennies. like a Ziploc bag just full of wheat pennies.
Okay. All right.
A baggie? That's the part that's just if they're roughly 100 wheat pennies. I was like, oh, okay. But a baggie? Like
a baggie.
A
I'm
gallon?
not going to count them.
Right?
I'm not going to just... We're going to do it like 1800s movie style. Like, here's a bag of money.
Bag of money. Right. Yeah, well, it's like Louis C.K.,
Yeah.
right? Like money. Man, my grandmother, she had a big vase, like a big clear glass vase full of those wheat leaf pennies or whatever. And I remember she gave them to me. And I remember being really excited. And then I was like, what do I do with these? And then someone was like, well, they're worth money.
Well, I know they're currency. Of course they're worth money.
Right. I mean, so like then I got excited. I'm like, how much? And they told me, I was like, that's not a lot of money, and I'm a child. So that's
I don't have any proper concept.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe they're worth a lot of money now. I don't know.
Because I saw a TikTok of a guy who would go and buy $10,000 worth of pennies from the bank, go through them and find rare pennies and weekly pennies and shit like that, and then flip those pennies and then take it back, get his money back for all the rest.
I'm sure they loved him.
Oh yeah,
at that bank. How much did he make?
He didn't really. I could have subscribed to his channel, his penny flipping channel.
Oh, this was his.
Yeah, that's his thing.
I gotcha. How many subscribers did he have? Probably like a
probably
shitload,
right?
way
more than we do.
Oh, undoubtedly. There is no doubt in my mind. Because, like, look, dude, 10,000 pennies, that's a lot of fucking pennies. Regardless of whether or not you're into pennies, it's like, I guess I'll watch a video about a guy who gets 10,000 pennies from the bank because that's an insane amount of pennies. What we need to do is we need to do some crazy shit, man, if we want to, we need to get 10,000 Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, and flip them.
Flip them. God. Terrified Michelle continues.
Okay, so we call the number, and I spent a half an hour yelling at this man to give us all of the full refund. He was all like, well, we'll cancel your trial because there's a trial that you don't know about.
A trial that you don't know about it?
Oh, God.
Who's the judge? Judge Judy? That was a joke about trials.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty
and
good.
Judge Judy, because we mentioned Judge Judy
Or
earlier.
Phoenix Wright.
Objection.
Objection.
I have
Miles
a gun.
Edgeworth.
A subscription you don't know about. And they're like, we'll cancel the subscription, and then we'll give you 30% off the next thing. And I'm like, no. Cancel the subscription. This is going to take, by the way, like 3 or 4 calls. And then they were like, okay, well, we'll cancel the subscription, and then we'll give you 30% back. And I'm like, no. I want 100% back. And they're like, well, the trial ended, and it says when the trial ends, you have to, then you're and you don't return it, then you automatically you charge the full price. Bye.
That's the call. What was it a subscription for?
I don't want to know.
Flowers?
Flowers or some kind of, I don't know.
Porcelain collectibles?
There we go. That's it. Weird dolls.
Yeah, haunted dolls. What are those little ceramic animals? Like, what's that line called? Precious
moments.
Yeah.
The angels and animals with the big anime eyes.
Yeah. Well, come on. Let's not do a disservice to anime. Those are like droopy dog eyes.
Yeah, there you go. Sparkly droopy dog eyes.
Wile E. Coyote has yellow eyes.
Yes.
There you go. Bring it back to
go.
Roadrunner.
You're perfect. We've done everything we can do now.
I have one more call
Okay.
in the queue.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. Here it is.
Okay, guys, I just wanted to add one more thing, and that is I did explain to my mom what clickbait was, what data mining is, and I told her.
And her head exploded.
Tell her what Bitcoin is.
Try to. I couldn't tell your mom what it is.
Yep.
Without sounding like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I can't get a video card is because people are making money by destroying the environment with their computers.
Yeah. Which is now its official currency in Brazil. So
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Listen, if you're gonna shop online, only buy from Amazon, eBay, or Etsy, And if it's another site, then you'll have to Google it to see what the reviews are.
What about AdamandEve.com? What if she wants to buy something on AdamandEve.com?
Yeah, exactly.
It's safe. Make sure it's body safe.
Let your mom pluck her holes, Michelle.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Look, I mean, there's plenty of good stuff on Etsy too.
Yeah.
So, but it's way more expensive.
But I say, Mama terrified? No, it's got to be an upgrade. Mama horrified.
Mama horrified.
Terrified Michelle, Mama horrified.
Good idea to buy from there. But also, you don't remember saying this, but when David Tennant comes on, oh my God, I love Good Omens. Oh my God, you're my favorite doctor. I mean, I love Jodie Whittaker too. She's my second favorite, but you're my first favorite. You're so beautiful, and I love you, and I love you in everything you do.
Terrified Michelle. We're not David Tennant. And I'm almost positive that he does not listen. So I don't think, look.
See,
I love him
Matt
too.
Smith, on the other hand, totally does. So
Huge TADPOG Luddite.
Yeah.
Huge, huge. He's on every stream. You may have seen him. His name is Bearded One Tyler.
even Sylvester McCoy, the seventh Doctor, he's a huge fan.
And look, I love
John Hurt, rest his soul, all about us before he died. So
I love David Tennant too, but I'm not trying to stop you from proclaiming your love. I just want to tell you that he is not going to hear this.
I'm just going to tell you that you're wrong, that it's Matt Smith is the best Doctor. Sorry, go ahead.
I can't really super weigh in on that because, like, that Doctor died, and I tried the Matt Smith Doctor for like 2 episodes, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm just done.
It's always. I feel like that's the thing with every Doctor. You have to adjust,
right? Which is the beauty of it, right? But I don't want to adjust, so it's just like I guess I'm just gonna watch another show. I mean, if they're just gonna fucking change characters on me, I might as well watch something different.
Shows on them. Right? Fuck you.
But I mean, I don't know. I do honestly feel like there is some logic there. It is interesting that it all takes place in the same universe. But I mean, really, if you're going to completely change the cast, which I do think is cool, that is a unique thing. But if you're going to do that, I do feel like you're going to have a little bit of a retention problem because it's like, well, I mean, I kind of feel like I got the gist of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And I can move on to something else, maybe.
Yeah. And because there's so much Doctor Who.
Right.
So
and then when people are like, oh, the new stuff sucks, it's like, well, I'm definitely not going to watch it now.
And I'm sure everybody has said that about every iteration.
For sure. Yeah, I'm sure. That's just how people do.
Yeah. Yep.
And, oh my God, David Tennant! Stop tackles! Okay, that's all.
All right. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. David Tennant, if you're listening, Terrified Michelle loves the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I like you a lot, but she loves you more.
She does. That's true. Let's find out what we're going to play next week.
You want to find out what we're going to play?
Let's do that. Let me pull the better peripheral out of Eustace, the dead horse. And I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and come over and
Poor Eustace.
well, yeah, he's good at what he does.
Poor Eustace.
He's got a job.
Lived under the shadow of Big Dick his whole life and then
Yep.
got beat to death by a Super NES peripheral.
Yeah, look at him. Look how little his horse dick is.
Little
That's why I never fucked him when he was alive. It's like
fucking
he was a horse cuckold.
fuck horse cuck.
Let's see. So put the peripheral down. Wild and Crazy Kids style.
Only horsecucks.com.
Only horse cucks. Say
Horsecuckfiesta.com.
Captain Horse Cuck.
You know, would a horse know what's going on in that kind of situation?
Nope.
Do horses mate for life? Do you know? Like a swan on one hand would probably
If he's
be
gonna
like,
be fucking that
that's
dude,
my swan. That's my partner.
if he's fucking a dude, I doubt he mates for life.
Or, I mean,
Or was Big Dick saving himself, and he was like, "Yeah, this one."
or maybe like
one.
Right, exactly. I still don't know how they get the horse to fuck. Like, and I want to know, but I also don't want to know at the same time. It's like Eldritch Horror style, where it's like, well, if I find out, I'm going to have to make a sanity roll.
Yep. Like Tony's favorite, that horse where the guy makes the wish on the medallion and slowly turns into a horse.
Right. All right, yes, let's find out what game we're going to play next. I bet it's horrible.
Yep. So say that prayer we all love to say. Whammies. Stop.
196.
Is that the F's?
It is.
All right. Is this a new one or we re-rolling?
It's a new one.
All right. Start with an F.
Yeah.
F1 racing.
No.
Good.
It's better than that. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the same vein, potentially, as Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally.
Foghorn Leghorns. Tarnation Stamp Down.
Tarnation Station. It's like Papers, Please, but you're Foghorn Leghorn in the Eastern Bloc country.
I say.
I'm sorry, Mr. Leghorn.
The Chancellor rejects all foreign bodies.
There's a refugee running across the border. We're going to need you to snipe him.
I say eugenics is the future.
I'll give you a hint. I wonder if in this game you order an enormous rack of ribs so big that it flips your car on its side.
All right. Fucking Flintstones.
The Flintstones.
Which one?
The Flintstones.
Just the Flintstones?
That's all it says.
All right. Maybe there's only one, because I know there are a few for the NES.
I can check the book if you'd like, or we can just figure it out on our own time.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's fine. The Flintstones. Okay.
The Flintstones.
Well, that doesn't make me like if we'd gotten a sports game or a racing game, then I'd be like, oh, fuck. So at least the Flintstones are like, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is the Flintstones prime time European goal. You're a stone goal.
The Flintstones Rocket League Adventure.
I mean, Rocket League's pretty good. I'd probably play that.
But it's an SNES. You have to use the NES power pad to move your car in the Flintstones Rocket League.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That'd move units.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, bunch of fucking places.
Oh, yeah. You saying YouTube reminds me because Backlog Manager Dane publishes our episodes to YouTube each week. It reminds me that there is a trivia contest, a TADPOG trivia contest going on right now regarding our Father's Month that we did a few years back. Backlog Banisher Dane has bought prizes to give out. So if you go to tinyurl.com/tadpogtrivia3 and do that and get your answers in before June 20th, 2021, then you will be entered to win a copy of Shower with Your Dad Simulator.
Which is a good fucking game.
It's a good game.
Let's see. Hey, we're on Facebook. So there's the main page on Facebook with episode posts and memes and shit. And then there's the TADPOG Nation for the fans who like it dank. And if you like good organized chat, then that's on the Discord.
Yeah, that's bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. We have been using the fuck out of that server recently because I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV as a treat a lot.
Yeah.
And so we've been using the voice chat because I'm playing with a bunch of people there.
Sweet.
On Thursday nights, we usually have Game Bud night where we have been playing Rocket League, but I think tonight they were talking about doing like Killer Queen Black. So I guess my point is that if you want to engage with a good community, there are a lot of different options. Don't overlook the Discord because I do feel like a lot of good things are going on there.
Hell yeah. Let's see. You want a shirt? Shirts.tadpog.com. If you want a mask, it's pretty much not a thing really anymore. So, but if you want one for posterity's sake, mask.tadpog.com. We're tadpog_podcast on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
Most importantly, we got that Patreon.
Yeah. Patreon.
So a new donor, someone brand spanking new. Thank you, Will.
Thanks, Will.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, that's super cool. This episode was executive produced by the following people. These are the folks who donate on Patreon at $20 or more a month. Thank you very, very much. It means a lot, and it does go a long way. The executive producers are God Emperor Alex Pena, Cousin David Galino, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Zeus Laser, Steve Dixon, Plinko Nick Price, Clambro Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, executive producer Dig Duggy, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Time Lord Josh Edwards, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, aka Gentle G, congratulations on your marriage, Magical Sleeper, aka Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Usurper Grimm, Temporary Eternal Savior Cubicle Monkey, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first time caller, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Big Daddy Paul Anderson, Edgelord Kyle Purtleball, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, John of 1000 Names, and General Kenobi Massacre.
Sweet. Our theme song is Moves with Sycamore Drive. Look at that track from the show notes at tadpog.com. I haven't even closed it out, Dave.
As our favorite Roadrunner character.
All right. So until next time.
Tropical Capricorn, your gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Damn, man, that's good. Good old whistling gravity. That's how you know it's about to get you.
Yep. And now, a dramatic reading. She's Zos, she's snow goo.
What?
With words would ein worse. Quick strutter and a joke of a Roman candle stuck to my tongue. Weighed down with word stew, Hoover dramatic, to my cabin much hearse, there's no one here to ever fear light.
Eber?
I'm two coolers and a hard down, and I don't want to have. Get how her voice sounds? And these swords, all I have, so I fight them. She need me just to get by. Ted's pants. They're falling around the 12th time. Ted's pants. And this is all the walrus you love to eat. This is why they look for you, Mr. Miyagi.
What the fuck song is this? Is this a manifestation of schizophrenia? What is this?
Use always Folgers.
Are you doing Mad
Before
Libs?
you found out, drank up the last call, last shot. Rat home my first steak. Eega.
Is this a different Rembrandt song?
So that
What is that?
I can't believe you don't recognize Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy.
Oh, no, I don't.
That's what it sounds like they're saying as opposed to what they're actually saying.
Yeah.
Dance pants falling around for the 12th time, Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, man.